Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Gemini for the month of May, including late April 2025. So Gemini, we are presently in the zodiac sign of Taurus. So your element here is earth, so earthy feelings, like really getting down to earth with matters, getting on with things, ticking boxes, getting stuff done, and hopefully feeling really grounded with it. You are in your 12th house, so this is the house of secrets. It's the house of high intuition coming to you. Things from the past that you thought were dead and buried sort of rise up to the surface. Very sort of spiritual type of energy coming through within messages through dreams, premonitions, all sorts of synchronicity coming into your life to sort of, it's like an overview. It's like the end of the year type of energy where you just sort of review the year that's just passed, and you sort of all sorts of things pop up that you thought, oh, I thought that was long gone. But so it's very important that you embrace whatever comes along and sort of really look at it seriously in the next 4 weeks, because that is your 12th house. It's the year in review, because next month it's your birthday. Okay, the energy around is the Three of Swords. So a bit of heartbreak here, a bit of sadness, and this grief. So this could be some things from the past that pop up, people, family members that are long gone, that sort of thing, that could sort of come in at you and make you relive that grief, or bring you that grief back to you. So don't try and avoid it, Gemini, just embrace it while it's there, because avoidance will not do you any good, because it's a healing energy. Grief, even though we don't like it, but it just sort of lets us know how far we've come on that journey of grief and heartbreak, no matter what. So it's perfect for the 12th house. Okay, so let's see where you are right now. The Emperor, and we have the Father card coming in. How interesting is that? So very much the Father card, which is the Emperor. So he is, he is the highest icon of the masculine in the tarot. He is possibly your father. He is a man who's worked his life and really got to where he's got to by hard work, strategy, discipline, all those sorts of things that fathers bring to the table most of the time, not all of them, but if that's the case, and it's sort of calling upon you too, Gemini, to sort of use that formula yourself. Nothing comes easy. We all have to work really hard to get to what we want, and achieve what we want. It's never easy, although some people seem to think it can be just done with the click of the fingers. And when you get the Emperor, it's definitely a card of just sticking to it and using your discipline and your strategy to get to where you want to go. So if you've got projects that you've got on the pipeline, well, this is the time to just know that eventually, with all those qualities, you will get to where you want to go. But it won't be just a snap of the fingers, overnight sensation type of story. Okay, let's see what's influenced the Emperor to come into your reading, and indeed the rest of the cards that we have today. And we've got the Chariot, double major arcana here. The Chariot is all about discipline once again. It's more about emotional discipline, or just looking at whatever projects or whatever you have in front of you at the moment. It will take a lot of sort of strategy to get everything just right. I call it the road trip card, and it is in fact a card of motion. So it's about, before you go on a road trip, you would have all those sort of things done. Water in your car, oil, all this sort of thing, enough gas, all that kind of thing. But with anything in this life too, we need to have, before we embark on such a journey, as it may be, figuratively, we need to have everything that we need in order to take off, because if we don't, we're going to end up in trouble down the road. So this is sort of getting all your ducks in a row in order to proceed. And this is the card for the Cancerian. So June, July is really important for this time for whatever you're planning. So it's a really good card. It's a card of movement as well. So I'd be quite happy if I got that card in the reading at the moment myself, especially in your 12th house. It's about forward movement, but with discipline, strongly pushing it along. Okay, let's see what was March, April, and still relevant today with the background card. Five of Cups, disappointment, sadness over an emotional event. It could be a loss, obviously a loss, a death perhaps, and just that disappointment that lingers behind after that, or a failed relationship where you just were left quite disappointed and just didn't get all, you just sort of were a bit bewildered about what happened. You didn't really get the other side of the story very clearly. And it's about looking at that and asking yourself why you still are connected to that. So it's almost like like a healing card as well, and it can often come through quite a time after this breakup or this heartbreak has happened, that you sort of have time to look back on it. And once again, we can look at the 12th house and see how that works for you. And it's another review card of, oh, okay, so it's time to heal from that. It's time to move on. But also it crops up again to sort of make you realise how far you've come with that, or conversely haven't come with that. And so therefore you can sort of start looking at that and saying, okay, well, it didn't work out. And sometimes there is no answer. There are no answers. It's just like, move on. You have to move on. And deal with it. In doing so, we have healing. So very 12th house actually so far, Gemini. Recent influences, and we have strength. So self-awareness, being aware of your contribution or your side of what you brought to the table. Maybe it is with that relationship. Maybe it is that 12th house story too, where you're looking back over the year and thinking, yeah, well, I could have done that a bit differently. I could have handled that a bit differently. And so in saying so, therein comes strength to just say, well, tame those more wilder sort of energies that you have, that we all have, where we just kind of regret our behaviour sometimes, how we've acted in situations that could have been done differently. And it's that self-awareness that really is the underpinning of this card. So big card as well, especially in the 12th house of review, where you just go, oh God, I wish I hadn't have sort of blown up like that, etc. But it's a really good card to have for next time, where you think, yeah, okay, I'll handle that differently next time, which is really good because it kind of reminds you that you sort of are moving forward with and being much more self-aware. The lesson you'll be learning, the King of Wands. So movement, travel. He's very much a traveller. He sort of maybe travels for work. He's a very dynamic type of character as well. He's very creative. He's moving forward. He's always got the plans going on. He's always got something new to be moving on with. Very much a very positive card there. So this is for you as well, to sort of help you to sort of just see the more positive signs of the last 12 months, where you have been able to travel, or all those great things that you have accomplished over the last 12 months. A really nice card too, and it just gives you that inspiration to keep going and going, yeah, well, I need to focus more on things that bring me happiness and movement. And it's very much a travel, movement, creative card. So Gemini, you are very creative and have the ideas and the foresight to do a lot of things and make things happen for yourself. So that's a very positive card for you to have. near future, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So something new coming in, a new project perhaps, starting from scratch. So you have to, you know, feed and water this new seed that you're going to plant. It shows a lot of promise. So therefore, but as long as you know, with any seeds that we put in the ground, they need to be looked after, and this can become something really great for you. Could be a child coming forth, a new life coming forth for you or in your family. But once again, it's a seed that needs to be fed and watered in order to grow. So another beautiful positive card to have for you. What's happening you're not realising, and we have the Mother card of the Empress. Well, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 big cards, Gemini. So the Empress is your mother, or the Mother card. It's a card of abundance. It's a card of just, you know, really, it's birth, it's rebirth. It's all that kind of thing. There could be somebody in the family having a child, or unexpected announcement of a child. Pregnancy is also included with this one, so that could be happening as well. But it's also that very much that mother card, that nurturing card, that card of you know, just things happening and growing and bringing them into the world and sort of making projects really work. So it's a great card if you're looking for something to sort of validate whatever it is you want to get going on, projects, etc., especially with this page here. So it's a really nice card to have, and it could be a pregnancy in your family, or you know, in the surrounds of your family. But don't forget to think about your mother as well, because she often comes through with that card. And you've got the Father card and the Mother card. So, and once again, if they're no longer with us, you're in the 12th house, and that's the time to sort of reflect upon all that they have given you. Let's see what's happening, how other people see you, and it's the Star. All these big cards, Gemini. 5 of them now. So the Star is very much a card of moving forward, knowing that everything is exactly how it should be in your life, including the people in it, why they come in. Even if for good or for bad or positive or negative, it sort of says, well, that's how you sort of move along the path of life, and just go, okay, yeah, they were a disappointment to me, but now I wouldn't have grown if I hadn't have encountered those people. So it's very much a great card for moving forward and having hope and faith in in everything that comes across your path, to know that it's there for a good reason and it's there for you to learn from. So another beautiful card. Positive feelings, and we have the 10 of Swords, so the end of a difficult period is in fact in sight for you. So if it has been a bit rough for a lot of signs this 2025, but this is a sort of card to remind you that everything has its beginning, middle and end, and indeed the troubles are very much over. And it's also the card I call the family curse card. So if there has been a bit of difficulty within your family or within yourself, or just with your whatever, that indeed is coming to an end. Very much Swords, though, as you know, it belongs to you. It's an air sign element, so it is part of who you belong to, the Sword energy. So it's about keeping your mind very much aware of the different cycles that come through in our life. You know, sometimes we do get into overthink and let our mind sort of take over the whole show, and we end up being quite exhausted by it. The outcome, and we have the Queen of Swords at the end. So very much the card of clarity, again being a Swords card. This very strong female energy, she's coming in to get rid of all the dead wood in our lives, or someone that really sort of friend or family member that can literally say to you, right, well, let's get rid of that. this is no longer needed. You need to sort of get rid of anything that's really plaguing you, or just even get your mind clear to be able to deal with sort of intrusive thoughts, etc., that can drive us into distraction sometimes with the air signs. It can be a lot of overthink. So she comes in and cuts through all the crap and goes, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. You don't need it. You need clarity. So clouds are dispersing and you have clarity. But it's usually coming through this queen, who usually is probably a person in your life who's very much a straight-talking person. You might not like what she's got to say a lot of the time, but she does indeed have a lot of clout in terms of knowing what's what in your life and what to keep and what to get rid of. Okay, so let's put, I think we'll put a clarifier on the Ten of Swords, so the end of a family curse, the end of a difficult period, and see what's there. And we have the mystery, which is new beginnings coming in with the mystery. So the mystery sort of tells us it's the unknowable mystery of your journey. It is a sacred place where all things are created but are not yet formed. It points the way to power and potential, which meets the magic of intention. It tells you that the magical, unknowable forces of destiny are working, fate are working in your life. So it's very much in the same vein as the star, actually, the mystery. The forces that you can never really fully understand or control are indeed weaving their magic around you to help you fulfill your purpose. Sometimes it may seem as though you're going backwards, but truly if you look at a spiral, it goes up, back and around, reaching upward. Although it may not seem so at the time, that you are indeed progressing. Trust the mystery and keep going. For now, trust the thread of your life, that the thread of your life is woven into the pattern of the mystery with beauty, grace, strength and purpose. This marker is an auspicious and profound omen that shows you that you are on the correct path. There you go. Have a wonderful 4 weeks. Gemini, thank you so much for listening this month.